but I like a friend. Only sell guns to my homeboys, cause I might need a gang. Yeah, we looking for a stolo, cause I might need a spec. I about leave him like a logo, left him reach a step.
Told him if he buying 10, he can get one free. Tell promoters, fuck that money. I do shows with peace. They say the package gon' be late. It come from overseas. Please tell me why when niggas die, they always think it's me. Bitch bad, but a friend better. I might fuck a friend. I never cross out a plug. I might need a kid. Got a chopper in the backseat, that bitch like a hype man. I can't sleep without my ratchet. This ain't no one night stand. I don't be paying for that pussy. Leave it on a nightstand. I don't be lying to these hoes. Put that on my right hand. Mob ties, home invasion. Get them hog tied. Bitch, where that money? If he lie, then they all die.
Yeah, that little bitch, she a 10, but I like a friend. Only sell guns to my homeboys, cause I might need a gang. Yeah, we looking for a stolo, cause I might need a spin. I about leave him like a logo, left him reach a step.
Hey, 800. Bitch, you know the team. Bit me shit like Sean Wick. I don't need a band. Bitch, we back. Charlie Sheen. Go ask all the things. Every time I hand out teas, down one.
On it, Back Block Talk the podcast. Shout out to Twitch. Feel me? So I'm bringing my show over here to see what it is, see what it's hitting on. Real. So if I can get some subscribers over here, please subscribe to the channel. 300 GMT. Without further ado, we gonna get in this big show. So today I was strolling through YouTube for real, and I came across some shit that's disturbing to me, because I was rooting for me. You heard me? I was rooting for me, man. But I always believed in this shit. I believe. So I'm gonna let y'all see just exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that share button, man. Without further ado, let's get into this shit.
It is gearing up to be another big week in the Sean Combs trafficking trial. Testimony set to resume tomorrow, with another one of Combs' former assistants taking the stand.
Man, a point in my life, like, we all grew up in the streets.
They had a recording of Meek and Diddy
making love.
I don't know if it was love.
Okay, you have it. Let's hear it.
So I want to get right into it, man. How you feel about these rumors surrounding, Diddy and TD Jakes?
Man, what I think about it is this, when I grew up in the church, the sinners was not supposed to have the same atmosphere with the saints.
Y'all, Diddy's case just went from messy to straight up nuclear. What started with Cassie breaking her silence has now exploded into full-blown chaos. Leaked courtroom audio allegedly links not just Diddy, but Will Smith, Meek Mill, and even Pastor TD Jakes to the madness. Yeah, this is way deeper than anyone thought. Folks, this ain't no regular scandal, this right here. This is career-ending type heat. Word is Diddy screamed in court when that audio dropped. And bruh, the streets are buzzing. What the hell were they all doing together on them tapes? If you've been paying attention to word on the street, then you already know Diddy's trial ain't just some tabloid drama anymore. It's turning into a full-blown disaster movie. Every single day, the courtroom's getting hotter. Witnesses pulling up, assistants testifying, exes spilling dirt. Cassie already lit the fire when she took the stand, telling everybody how Diddy had her locked in like some twisted puppet master, manipulating her, controlling her, doing wild shit behind closed doors.
She also said that he controlled her appearance. Sometimes he didn't like her hair. He wanted her to dress sexy, sometimes a tomboy. He wanted her nails to be white, she testified, especially during the freak-offs. And one thing that she said she was concerned about was blackmail, because a lot of these freak-offs were recorded, and the big concern was hers that they could end up in the internet if somehow she did something to upset him.
Then Kid Cudi jumped in, and he wasn't playing either. Dude straight up said Diddy threatened to blow up his car, and then actually did. And then you got former Danity Kane member Don Richard confirming Cassie wasn't lying. Years of abuse, freak-off parties, intimidation, the whole circus. But yo, this ain't even the peak. It's now spiraling into pure chaos because big names, A-listers, are getting caught up in Diddy's storm. Word is there are actual tapes, allegedly, circulating that show shady, illegal, and straight-up disturbing activities involving Diddy and some unexpected company. Meek Mill, Will Smith, and even Bishop T.D. Jakes, yes, the preacher, are now being whispered in the same sentence as freak-offs, drugs, and cover-ups. Allegedly, some of these tapes are already being played in court. And what's worse? The internet's doing what it does best, connecting old photos, clips, and receipts, and it's not looking good for these men, especially Meek. See, Meek and Diddy go way back, but according to folks close to the scene, that wasn't no regular industry bromance. Word is Meek was Diddy's favorite boy toy. Let's rewind to March last year. An audio dropped online that damn near broke the internet. It was allegedly a private convo, intimate as hell, between Meek Mill and Diddy.
They had a recording of Meek and Diddy
Making love?
I don't know if it was love.
Okay, you have it? Let's hear it.
Everybody had theories, but most people believed what they heard was real. And if it was AI like Meek claimed, it was the most realistic AI anyone ever made. Meek tried to shut it down quick. He jumped on a Twitter talking about how people are using.
Hey, if y'all think that motherfucking audio real, jump into them comments and let me know for real, because I think they is for real. My homeboys and shit, they jive like was mad at me when I had made a little one of my podcast shows about Meek and Diddy, you feel me? They ain't believe it, some of them, but that shit still keep coming up. Like, it's all over social media. Like, every time it go quiet, it keep coming up. Like, that shit is crazy, man. But yeah, get into them comments, man. Let me know if y'all think that audio real, because I do. I think that shit real, straight up. And ain't no coincidence that this motherfucking name keep coming up in this shit. Shit is crazy.
Bots to destroy his name. He said, "My voice is so powerful as a black man from the ghetto worldwide, they want it gone. I'm a real king straight out the trenches, under control of no human. They learned how to damage can't stop us of brands from bots and campaigns like politicians." Okay, motivational words and all, but real ones in the streets weren't feeling it. They weren't buying it. It made folks suspicious. Why he sounding defensive as hell? Like maybe, just maybe, he was caught, and now he's trying to play it off with that they trying to bring a black man down card. But here's where it gets even nastier. A resurfaced video showed Diddy on camera calling Meek daddy.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Bruh, let's pause. Ain't no street dude calling his homie daddy. That right there made everybody stop and say, yo, what the hell is going on here? Meek tried to fire back again, claimed he got 100K ready to find out who's trying to smear his name. He tweeted, "The streets know what's up with me, that's not the case. We talking about business side, somebody powering these bad campaigns with Meek Mill again. I got 100K for a thorough investigation of who's powering and how exactly my name connect to this." Strong talk, right? But then nothing. Radio silence, no investigation, no update. So now folks are saying maybe that 100K tweet was just a panic move, just something to throw out there to stop the noise. But the noise only got louder. Next thing you know, people start talking about Meek's 27th birthday party, the one Diddy threw for him. If you thought that was just a chill celebration, think again. Diddy rented out the Parisian Palace in Vegas, 25K a night, for Meek. The party happened 3 days after Meek's actual birthday, and they allegedly wore matching outfits. Real talk, matching outfits, and the wildest part, there was a woman covered in plastic, serving sushi off her body, lingerie dancers, drugs, booze, and everything in between. When the party wrapped at 3 a.m., that mansion was trashed. Property manager Jason Haight said it looked like a damn war zone. Blood-stained sheets, used condoms, broken bottles, powder all over the floor, and even panties and 2 phones in the bushes. Ain't no way that was just a birthday celebration. That was some full-blown freak-off madness. And now, folks are saying that real tapes from those wild nights exist. Tapes with Meek, doing things that would ruin his whole brand if it drops. If it's true that these tapes are being shown in court, then Meek ain't walking away clean. He might just go down with the ship right next to Diddy.
Man, oh man. I wonder what my homeboys thinking now once they see this shit. Cause evidently this motherfucking name keep on being brought up. Not in breaking the law, but in the Diddy case. Fuck is going on? Like, I'm giving y'all my opinion. I believe the shit. Always did. Cause it's just too much of a coincidence. And not only that, your name is never supposed to be mentioned in 2 things. That's telling on some motherfucking body. Or being a motherfucking Yabrowskis. Yeah. But we gonna get back to this shit. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all opinion. Cause y'all heard my opinion.
Now let's talk about Will Smith. Will and Diddy go way back, like decades deep.
Puffy, just large, just the man. You know, Puffy is, I think, Run DMC was the first group to really define what rap is. And I think Puffy is now in that rap renaissance, kind of being part of defining really where rap is going. He's making people dance again.
And it ain't just red carpet smiles and award show hugs. Nah, it's deeper, darker, and way wilder than that. Word is Will wasn't just chilling at Diddy's parties. He was allegedly in the thick of them freak-offs. And not just as a guest, bro. We talking boy toy territory. Yeah, folks have been whispering that Will might have had a little sugar in the tank, if you get what I'm saying. And before y'all jump out your seats, let's rewind to that bombshell from Will's former assistant, Brother Bilal. This man ain't just some internet troll. He straight up came out and said Will was on some secret freaky boy-on-boy type ish. Claimed Will got caught with a dude, allegedly, of course.
Talking about
what?
So, but Philly's a very dangerous place. Always been a very dangerous place. So that day it was 6 people in the studio. It was me and I who actually hosted the show. It was the gangster and his friend, and it was Will and Charlie who ended up coming to the studio. And a guy that I call Charlie the Rat Mac now, but I'll get into that later. And
now Will ain't sit quiet on that one. He shut that mess down fast, called it all lies, said Bilal was full of it. Even Jada came out acting all righteous, talking about lawsuits and how they were going to take legal action.
2023 to still have those same rumors out about people you love, like Will and Dwayne.
I know.
That just came out too recently.
Yeah, and let me just say this. It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a money shakedown that didn't work. We're going to take legal action.
But hold up. Bilal didn't back down. Dude said, sue me then. Matter of fact, he dared her to. He told the world he had receipts, like real ones, not just hearsay.
You said I extorted you. You said as a money shakedown. You said a lot of things about me to get other networks or other podcasters or bloggers scared for me to come on because they think they're going to be sued. Well, Tasha wasn't sued and I wasn't sued. So you got 2 weeks to issue an apology, because me and Will's situation were about business. And I want you to sue. If not, Jada, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you because you know that you're a liar and you know that the things that you said were untrue. Let's get into.
And here's the wildest part. Jada went ghost after that. Not a peep, no lawsuit, nothing. So now tell me, how many folks you know make threats like that if they capping? Exactly. The streets have been buzzing ever since. Now let's connect the dots. Will Smith, Diddy, freak-off parties, phones off, cameras confiscated. It's a secret society with loose morals and tighter NDAs. Everything gets real freaky, real fast. You either participating or you're watching some next level madness. And guess who's been allegedly spotted at these things more than once? Yup, Will. That's why no matter how loud he yells lies, folks ain't buying it. That image he sold for years, the perfect husband, the family man, the Hollywood good guy, that image got cracks, and Diddy's mess just threw gasoline on them. And don't forget what Cat Williams once said. He said, if you play the Hollywood game right, you rise fast, but if you don't play, they chew you up. And if you play too dirty, they keep you around. Now ask yourself, why Will Smith, through all this noise, through Diddy's arrests, the lawsuits, the exposés, the nasty leaks, ain't said nothing? Why no clear statement? Why no distance? The only time he said anything was at his comedy tour in San Diego, denying involvement like it was some kind of PR checklist, which many didn't buy. And now that these court tapes are allegedly dropping with some wild audio and names flying around like bullets in a shootout, Will's name might not stay clean for long. If them tapes even mention him, that Fresh Prince title might just be replaced with something a whole lot darker. Now let's talk about TD Jakes, because word on the street is the bishop ain't just preaching behind the pulpit, he might have been freaking behind closed doors. Allegedly. If you've been locked into this Diddy mess, then you already know it ain't just rappers, assistants, and ex-girlfriends being dragged down. Nah, it's bigger, it's messier. And TD Jakes, the so-called man of God, the same dude that is on stage, sweating and yelling about salvation, is now allegedly tangled up in the dirtiest chapter of this whole saga. His name got dropped in Lil Rod's lawsuit, and it wasn't just a casual mention. Rod straight up claimed that Diddy was using Jake's clean image to scrub the filth off his public rep. According to the suit, Diddy told folks he was tight with Jake's because it helped soften the public blow after the Cassie lawsuit exploded. But it ain't just about PR. Nah. Rod said Jake's was deep in the mix, like freak off deep. And you know the streets don't let that slide. Multiple insiders, Gene Deal, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, and Jaguar Wright, a loud voice in this whole celebrity mess, ain't been quiet about it either. They both said TD Jakes knew exactly what was going down. That he wasn't just praying for Diddy, he was allegedly playing with Diddy.
Claims that, Diddy, he was using TD Jakes to fix his image.
What y'all think about TD Jakes though? Y'all think yo was on that? See, that's why a lot of motherfuckers becoming Muslim, yo. The Christianity world is off the chain. Them niggas is doing things that God ain't intending them to do. You heard me? I may be a Muslim, y'all. I ain't lie. Shit is spooky. For real, you heard me?
Image. You believe that?
Well, we saw that to be true anyway. That's what he was trying to do all that time. That's why TD Jakes was there, to try to fix his image. Ain't no money like church money. He was doing all the things to try to get his image straightened up.
Why do you think TD Jakes was at Puff Daddy's birthday party?
Church money. That's what I'm saying, yo.
If Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money or sex. That's all that happens at Diddy party.
Old photos that used to look like harmless spiritual mentorship now got folks zooming in like they're detectives trying to find clues. And the scariest part? Jakes has been silent as a tomb. No press conference, no statement, no lawsuit against Lil Rod, nothing. Bro just went ghost. And when big names vanish like that after their name gets tossed in a scandal, that's when the block starts whispering harder. And let's keep it real. These parties Diddy was throwing, there were no networking mixers with champagne and gospel music in the background. These were full-on freak-offs, drugged-out fueled chaos, rooms with no phones, doors locked, security tighter than the White House. And now folks are saying TD Jakes, a pastor, might have been walking around in there. That's dark, especially when alleged victims like Allie Carter are coming out saying they were used as party favors when they were underage, talking about assault and being passed around by grown-ass men while others just watched.
I was a party favor.
Oh, that's crazy, yo.
What does that mean?
Party favor.
It was a party favor.
As
I was
a
somebody you could
kid.
take off the table.
What?
So you're telling me they set children? I set children on a table. Like when you go to a birthday party and they have gift bags for everybody that comes that have candy and toys in them, and they set them on the table. So you're telling me at the freak off parties, they put children on the table instead of gift bags, and then people can do what? Take you off the table and have sex with you.
A former assistant to Sean Diddy Combs speaking out in the new interview with new allegations about wild parties and drug use.
He had a laundry list of items that included lights, alcohol, marijuana, ketamine, Molly. Those requests started to become more frequent.
You throw a preacher into that mix? Bruh, it's crazy. And then came Pastor Dwayne Youngblood. He said Jakes tried to assault him in church when he was just 18. Said he got receipts, witnesses, phone logs, brought the whole arsenal.
Home. Well, after taking him back to her home, he says, come on in, let's talk. You can't even imagine being 18, 19 years of age. This person is killing it. And they're saying to you, come on in, let's talk. And so I did. I went in. And I got up from the table. He got up from the table. He walked around toward the way I had to exit quicker than I got over there. And when I started to walk past him, he pulled me to himself, wrapped his arms around me and tried to kiss me. And in that moment, I literally died.
I ain't gonna lie, that
I
nigga
could
18.
not.
I don't feel no type
To you, to this day, I can't remember how I got out of that place. And I get to sleep and get up in the morning. And in the morning, I step into our bathroom and my home phone rings. My mother answers the phone and she says to me, Wayne, it's Elder Jakes. And I get on that phone. And when I get on that telephone, I can hear water. He is sitting in a bathtub. And in that thing, he says to me, without any hesitation, there's 3 things I need you to do. The first one is, when I come to Pittsburgh, you're going to be the only person I sleep with. The second one is, you can't sleep with anybody else because I don't want to give my wife anything. And thirdly, I will take care of you the rest of your life. I can't to this day remember how I got off that phone.
Jakes tried to hit back with a defamation suit, but it only made things worse. And the online community has been loud about all that has gone down. One online user said, WTF? TD Jakes is in on this crap too? I cannot believe the crap that is coming out. Wow, goodbye, Mr. Smith, your time is up. Another wrote, looks like Will Smith, Meek Mill, and TD Jakes might go down with Diddy if them tapes drop in court. This ain't just gossip anymore. This is starting to look like a full-blown collapse. And if those tapes are what insiders claim they are, it's only a matter of time before everything crashes down. Looks like it might not just be Diddy's empire sinking, but he just might be dragging everybody who partied with him straight down too. What do y'all think? Is TD Jakes really caught up in this mess or just guilty by association? And if Meek and Will's names keep popping up, how